There she is, boy.
There we go. There we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Exactly. I think that works well.
Monkey.
Who's monkey, though?
Monkey.
My monkey. Your monkey.
Not
Greetings
my
and salutations. I am the provocateur extraordinaire, and I am joined by always Doc Boy Antoli. And this evening we are going to be watching Prey. We're not doing it live tonight. We're just going to record our reactions to it. Full disclosure: I have seen the movie.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
I did watch it. I wanted to. And,
No spoiler alerts.
Yeah, well, I'm wearing my war paint, to match
Stay strong.
the American Indians.
Stay strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we backtrack for just a moment?
Yeah.
We needed to record this rather than go live because Doc Boy has a certain issue keeping his trap shut on certain issues themselves. So just thought I'd throw it out there that
There was a story about pita bread and Jew lettuce.
I mean, I wasn't going to name it specifically. I'm just saying that Trevi doesn't have too much of a filter.
All right, dates, times, and names have been told per my attorney. I am not at liberty to discuss about. So I would ask you guys in a professional standpoint to no longer discuss about the Jew lettuce.
Jew people are good people.
I will not comment.
They
Okay.
are, and they farm amazing lettuce.
Okay.
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 Okay. Okay.
All right, we can move on. Sorry.
So,
I just wanted to throw it out there.
You as an attorney, and you just hear like whoever, whether you're the prosecutor or the defendant,
Yeah.
you're just listening to like some garbage they're guttering, and like you'd be like
Right.
bullshit.
Yeah.
They'd be like, like
I will be honest
counselor,
with
and
you.
you'd be like, "Were you fucking listening to this come out of her mouth?"
Yeah, you know what, honey? You know me too well because I've been watching these true crime shows, and I'm like, and I'm watching these defendants sit there, and like, even if they don't even know at the time, if I don't know at the time, if I think they're guilty, but they're fighting for their innocence, I'm like, if they really believe in their heart, how the hell are they sitting there listening to this person say this? They've got to be guilty. And then when it
100%.
turns out that they're innocent, I'm like, I have no idea how they had the restraint to sit there and not say anything. There's no judge in this world that would be able to shut my mouth up.
No, especially if you were being slandered, like
Right? If it
just
was truly down,
gutter trash
Yeah, if it
coming out,
down-
you'd be like, "No way."
if it downright wasn't true at all, there's no way I'd be able to keep my mouth shut.
Yep, I agree.
I believe that's called righteous indignation. It is when you are so upset and you just lay it all
Yeah.
out.
I think they prescribe stuff for that. Not stuff I take, but I think it's out there.
Oh, I think I might take something for that.
No, I also take something that suppresses it slightly, but there is
Is it in your
absolutely
hand?
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I love her shirt. Look at her
Yeah.
shirt. It's great.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm definitely all about the Zen part, but to calm that kind of crazy in me takes a damn tranquilizer, maybe even a stun gun,
For sure.
right?
No. Just kind
Just
words.
take me down
and
like a big ass
kind,
bear.
Kind
like,
words and kisses from Trav.
I love you.
I love you, remember?
You're not mad at me,
This time.
Mama Bear.
So,
All right,
sir.
rabbit hole.
Oh, well, this evening we're gonna be we're watching the movie Prey, and I watched it last week, and I didn't hate it, and I was surprised.
What year is it?
This year,
Okay.
it like just came out last week. I think I watched it the night it debuted on Hulu.
Cool.
And it's an addition to the Predator franchise. There were some parts in it that I thought were like, made me go,
Grabby.
But I've watched some. This was released on Hulu. It wasn't in theaters, so it's straight to Hulu, and you can kind of tell because some of the CGI is a little. Oh, this seems direct to TV. Well, I guess technically it was direct to TV, but it was better than some of the official like movie release sequels to Predator. Like
how many are there?
Predator. Oh man,
List
there's
them.
Predator,
like Predator
Predator
versus
2.
Alien and
I think it's like
stuff, right?
AVP, which is Alien versus Predator. I know they made a sequel to that. Then they made Predators, and Topher Grace is in that one. He plays a serial killer.
Oh,
And then they made.
you know Topher Grace?
Yes, I know him.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Every time I hear his name, it cracks me. I'm like, there's no way that's
Topher.
You know what a name, Topher.
Yeah. I'm not going to be wearing my top hat the entire time. I just can't keep it on my head. It's way too warm.
How did the people in like what time era were those hats very popular?
I'd say 1800s,
1800s?
late
Yeah.
1700s,
How the
mid to
fuck
late.
1800s, and
did they sport that shit all the
early
time?
1900s.
They did
too.
take it off quite a bit though. They took their hats off all the time.
Oh yeah, anytime you go inside, you're supposed to take your hat off. That's just a common courtesy, whether it's just a ball cap or something of pomp like a top hat or a fedora or your cowboy hat.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to take your hat off when you go inside as a sign of respect.
Yeah.
I like to spend a lot of time inside, so since we're inside, I will be taking my hat off. Though I do love it. This is my new top hat.
Very regal.
Yeah. I think I look nice.
I get a taller one.
Well, I can barely fit this one in the camera. I got to kind of crouch down. Yeah, to fit it in. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. We were talking about
all the
Prey.
different yeah.
Oh, yeah, the different Predator movies. And, it said Predators and then talked about Topher Grace. And
So there's a
movie
gaggle of
called
them.
The Predator. And I think there's some other ones thrown in there. I just can't remember. But the gist of it is the Predator race is aliens who go to different worlds and hunt things that can kind of hunt them back. They go on safari, basically. So the first movie was with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that was in the 80s. And it's one of my favorite movies. My top two favorite movies of all time are Terminator 2 and Predator. That one is really awesome because it starts off like an action flick, and then it goes into this whole, this special forces group, they have something hunting them now. So it's almost like a how would you describe that? Kind of not a horror flick, but kind of like not a slasher flick.
What?
How would you describe that? Like you're being hunted. Would you describe that as?
It's a thriller.
Yeah, there you
Okay,
go.
so-
That's a good word. There you go.
So it goes from like action to thriller, and then
Or suspenseful, like
yeah, like suspense. Thank you, Doc Boy.
Yeah.
So that first movie, I really liked it.
Yeah.
Because it holds your attention the entire time. And this one kind of does the same thing. And like I said, I didn't hate it, and I kind of liked it, and I've been recommending it to people, especially because a lot of the slop that they kind of like pump out,
Yeah.
it's really hit or miss. And this seemed to,
So,
hit.
hopefully, to me, from complete outsider looking in, because I did not grow up watching this movie. I watched this movie for the first time maybe a year or two ago with you guys sitting here half-ass on my phone. But it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. It's just not, whatever. I'm not very great with movies anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, what I was getting at after listening to you say that is maybe somebody else had that appreciation from their childhood of that movie, and they were like, oh my gosh, look at all these different ones they made. And then finally they're like, well, let's just make something that's not offensive to the first one, but not as great. We know it's never going to be as great, but it's not offensive to this one or the original. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with, loving something so much you want to recreate it in your own way, like that's totally fine. Just not trying to rewrite it.
That would be similar to, might be a bit above your pay grade, Nick, but for Star Wars fans, that is like what J.J. Abrams did with The Force Awakens. He just redid Episode 4.
It's not necessary. Just do your own version. You can that's totally a story you can write off of too.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can have your very own.
Well, it's a space opera.
You can have your own planet and then create your very own story. You know,
Yeah.
you don't need to rewrite somebody else's.
So, Doc Boy will notice that a lot of like the gear and things that this Predator uses is a little bit different, and they do like their own little like take on it, and it's like I said, it's not bad. It kind of it's almost like the Predator wants to match the prey that he's hunting. And,
oh boy, I'm interested.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and we're going to start it here. Okay. All right. We're on Hulu. Following, it's intended for mature audiences and viewer discretion is advised. And I believe I will take my hat off. Now, as always, at any time we can pause and rewind or anything. We'll do our best to kind of update you at where we are in the movie. But
So other than a regular Hulu subscription, did this movie cost anything to watch? It never came out in theaters?
I don't believe that it came out in
No.
theaters. I believe it was direct to Hulu.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah.
I thought I heard you say that.
A long time ago.
A monster came here.
So a long time ago, a monster came here, which would go back to like the Alien versus Predator movies, where the predators would come to Earth and hunt.
Where was
Ooh, an elk! I haven't seen an elk in like 10 months.
Where was the where the heck were you when you saw an elk last time?
Oh, when I went up to Dollywood. Yeah,
Oh,
when I went to
shit.
Dollywood, I saw elk.
Oh, cool. Well, we're going to see him again this winter.
Yeah.
Our Christmas thing.
Oh yeah.
We go to
Love
Dollywood. Shoot, I had a question. Oh, yeah. Where's the original Predator location?
That was South American jungle, I believe.
Okay. Oh, what a terrible life to be living.
Cold.
Yeah. That's immediately what I thought. Cold.
I would give my left nut for some cold fucking weather.
Yeah.
They've really been shedding light on a lot of Indian stuff lately, huh?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
We grew up in Pennsylvania where they have like the Seneca Indians have like a real
We grew
strong
up seeing
presence.
it though.
Yeah,
you know
we
what I
did.
mean? So it's not like
Growing up around it. So,
So
like,
that's why we think it's probably cool when we see it on
Yeah.
TV. It's like, you know, it's nice to
Yeah.
see that they're recognized.
Yeah, there's definitely
'Cause
people
they're
who've never
just
seen
as
an
big
Indian
as-
before.
To our history as our American history.
Oh, for
is,
sure.
You know? They help shape our American history.
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
they really did.
Yeah.
They helped us win wars, and
showed the settlers how to grow corn.
yep.
Didn't
So-
give us the land, but, you know,
Uh-oh.
they had it, you know, they kept it before.
So this movie stars Amber Midthunder.
That's a
who-
girl right there?
Yep, that's Amber Midthunder, and I think she's really cute. But she was in the Fox show Legion, and she was also in the movie that we did last year. You guys weren't here for it. You showed up at the very end. It was The Ice Road, starring Liam Neeson, and she was one of the other truck drivers. So she's a decent actor.
Whoa, heard a big elk there.
And big dark eyes.
See, face paint. I'm basically an Indian.
Whitetail.
I don't mean this as an insult, Garrett, but you're a clown. You are a clown.
I am a clown.
I'm not insulting you. It sounds
you
like
don't
it,
get much
but
whiter than this. Oh, look at I gross myself out.
I'm pasty too.
Oh.
Man.
Look at myself and I cringe.
Northwest PA shit.
Something happened.
Something's after him.
So something spooked the deer that she was kind of hunting. She was off in the forest, throwing her tomahawk into a tree, and saw a deer. So she trying to get it, but some kind of loud noise scared it away.
How is she staying up with that deer? Holy crap.
Oh, no.
Oval to me.
Oh no. Oh, I hate when animals
no.
get hurt. Damn it.
It's just his tail.
Old Rex, the dog, got his tail caught in some kind of trap. And she's a little confused by it, but she's able to open it up. The American Indians really weren't known for, like, metallurgy, so her ability to, like, see it and see how it works lets you know that she's kind of, like, thinking in her mind. Like, oh, well, you kind of do this. Open it up. Now
trappers.
She's inspecting it. She's trying to bash it with the chain with a rock, realizes that the rock won't break it, so she's learning about this trap.
She looks like that one girl off
Parks and Rec?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Aubrey Plaza.
Yes.
She's Puerto Rican, I believe, and she's also beautiful. So she heard a loud noise, and she went out into a clearing to the edge of a cliff face, and she's looking up in the sky, and she sees that something is moving through the clouds and causing
title.
lightning, and then boom, the title. So her and her brother had like a little conversation about she wants to be a hunter, and I guess hunters go through like some kind of like trial thing, and it's called a cantamia. Now it says this is the Northern Great Plains, September 1719. So technically, us United States citizens can't be blamed for any of this because this happened before we were a country.
That's true.
Yep. Suck it.
Well, we get blamed for a lot that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. They really don't try to blame anybody for anything in this. It's more like a sci-fi movie. So they're kind of showing you her tribe. Looks like there's a horse, some people with bows, a few teepees, quite a few teepees. Drying rack for meat. Some people practicing archery.
I feel like they're showing us a decent sized village just so that they can kill a lot of people.
Yup.
Oh, and she's back at the teepee that is hers.
Grinding up poop.
Grinding up.
I would hate that job because I hate that feeling in my hand of grinding stones together.
Oh,
That's why I've
really?
never.
What is that? A mortar and pestle or pestle or something like that?
You know how they make guacamole? That's why I've never pulled the trigger on buying one of those because I hate that freaking feeling of grinding.
Oh, really? I didn't know
A
that.
stone against stone, like it's like cement against cement, but if it's like a weird, yeah, it's definitely a weird feeling for me.
It's almost like nails on chalkboard for
Yes.
I get that.
you. So she's kind of talking to her mom about how her mom taught her about medicine.
I almost got a deer with it. And I eat almost.
So her dad has passed,
So many of them.
and
Why do you want to hunt?
her dad left her a tomahawk.
I can't.
That's kind of her motivation right there. They really don't go beyond that. I wish they kind of...
Girls.
Girls.
I kind of... I'm going to pause it. We're going to pause it just real fast. We are at 10 minutes and 16 seconds. Now, I kind of wish that they would have went into maybe a little bit of backstory, maybe like a brief flashback of her and her dad or something like that together, and he really inspired her to be a hunter. Other than, why do you want to be a hunter? Because they say I can't. That's, in all honesty, that's pretty much like the only like girl power moment.
Good.
Yeah, other than being able to take a punch better than somebody else, that's pretty much it. That wasn't even that bad.
No.
And, I think that they do a good job for like the rest of the story, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So her brother came back with the hawk that he shot.
Go get us some orange tootsie.
And her mom's telling her to go find some more of that orange flower.
It's like some weird sexual tension between those two actors, and it bleeds out into their roles or something. Somebody else feel that way, or is it just me?
No, I get it. There's a lot of looks exchanged. Like they're deep. There he is.
I don't know. I didn't have a sister. Maybe that's what it's like to have a sister.
I don't.
You
I don't know.
So
I have a sister, but no.
you never had those awkward moments of being like,
I've had those awkward moments of utter disgust with my adopted brothers that
there you go.
treat me like shit.
So, right now, she's out in the wilderness gathering orange tutsia.
See, this looks like great fun to me. I would absolutely be this person.
Yeah.
I would be okay with being this person. She'd be like, go get the orange shit in the forest. I'm like, I'm on it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go
I
to
can
the
bring the
forest, get some
dog.
orange shit.
Feels like I got
Get
my
a
makeup
dog.
on, and
I'll get the orange shit, and then I'll pick the green shit, smoke it on the way back. We're all good.
Yeah, I'm good to go. She's
And as
just,
soon as I hear that, I would run the other way.
Well, you're
Nothing to do
Indian.
with
You're
that.
not. You're not white in this scenario. You don't have anything to fear.
ugh. I had a really bad nose itch, and I forgot that I had makeup on.
Oh,
I
no,
just
you need
rubbed
tissue?
my nose. No, it kind of rubbed off on my hand.
Water soluble.
Thank God.
Oh, so the some of the Braves are going out to. What did they say they were doing?
They didn't. I just heard hooping and hollering, and then it cut to this.
I think we missed it. Sorry, we might have been talking.
Well, that happens when you're talking. That's okay, because that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about it, not just watch it.
I
So.
mean, we'll get all. Oh, he's fucked.
Okay, they got one Indian, and I don't know how else to describe him other than the way that they're painted up. But he's painted like mostly black, with black across his face.
Like maybe ash or something.
Yeah.
War paint.
And the brother, the Indian who had all the black, he was ready to shoot, and the sister came. That's Rufio. We got to call him Rufio.
I like Rufio already.
Yeah.
God, I can't stop seeing that girl from Parks and Rec.
Oh, man. See, that's smart right there. Did you hear that?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh. The brother, because the Indian all in black was like, oh, have her go back. And the brother went, well, she can come with us because she's really good at tracking. And when we find this other person,
We can give him medicine.
yeah, she knows about medicine. So it's not, oh, well, let her come and try to prove herself. It's, no, dumbass. She's really good at tracking and she knows about medicine.
Right? She's like a medic, field medic.
Yeah. So it makes logical sense that you would want her to go along with you on your little party while you're off looking, if it's search and rescue. I'm not going to lie, the brother is probably my favorite character in the movie.
I like his war paint for sure.
I think his war paint, his voice, his face. If I were a gay man.
Gross.
What?
Hey,
Bullet ants.
I can see when another woman's attractive. Uh-oh.
So we had CGI rattlesnake, and it ate a CGI rat. And then it was going to bite the predator, but the predator stabbed it in the head.
Nice.
Do you see what I was saying about like it kind of being like a made-for-TV type? With the CGI at least? Like, it
Yeah,
really
it's not
doesn't
really
take
like
me
movie.
out of the movie, but
It's not like movie quality.
yeah.
So Indians know swear words back then? Whatever.
I suppose they probably had curse words. I mean, throughout history, I shouldn't say that because maybe I'd be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that cursing something is common in almost every culture. I'd be willing to say that.
I'm sure when they say cursed.
So they found the guy who was one of the other Indians from the village left and went on like a hunt, and he didn't come back. So a party went out to look for him, and they just found him.
Predator got him.
Yeah, it looks more like he got hit by some kind of lion. Since I've seen the movie, I'm gonna say he got hit by some kind of lion.
Okay, so you can take any type of mushroom off a tree
Maybe
and rub
not
it into
any
your
type.
wound. Okay, note to self, that's a good idea.
Might not be any type of mushroom, but hey, you could get lucky. And
Oh yeah, any type
imagine
of white
that.
mushroom.
So she's given the wounded man that orange tuncia flower and some water to cool his blood, and I guess prevent an infection. I'm not sure what the properties of the flower are. I'm not an herbalist or a pharmacist. I'm a plumber and a provocateur. So most of the party, they made a litter for the injured person, and they're going to take him back, and some of the other braves are going to stay behind and hunt the mountain lion that took out their friend.
What did it say? Like, let's just, regroup in the morning. Let's go home, get some dinner, catch some Z's. Wake up bright and early at 9.
Dude, you got to remember that this could be like in the fall, and it could be like 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's dark now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, technically it's still early in the evening. I want to itch my nose so bad again. I almost did it.
You should leave the very underneath not red and have the option to do this.
Yeah. So I can't remember her name, but Amber Midthunder heard her dog make a noise. She went over to investigate. It's that snake that the predator had skinned right before any of this happened. Now,
was
snakes are like
skinned?
catfish. Huh?
He was skinned.
Well,
That's what the
Well,
predator does.
The predator usually like rips out the skull and the spinal cord, and so that's why the snake whipping around. I'm a little iffy on that, but I know how catfish work because I have gutted catfish and skinned them and still had them flop around. So if a snake is anything like a catfish, the muscle flopping around is totally in the realm of possibilities. So Rufio said they need to get back to the village, and she said, I just found this weird skinned snake I need to go find my brother and warn him about. And Rufio had one of the other braves go with her to go find the brother, who is hunting the mountain lion. Now, the Great Plains, because they're in the Great Plains, and they extend from, like, whatever those provinces are in Canada down through Montana and the Dakotas, all the way to pretty much the top of Texas. And that's the Great Plains. With some of the scenery that they're showing us, I think they must be...
Probably in Canada.
Yeah.
Because of the elk. Canada, close to Montana.
And I think Amber Midthunder is a Canadian Indian. So her name is Nanu.
Nanu.
Nanu. But this is her katamiya. Her big hunting experience right now.
Kind of sounds Italian. Katamiya.
I feel like Weston would love to have a katamiya.
Katamiya. Oh, yeah. Weston would do great at a katamiya.
Weston would have done that at 4 years old.
I can do this now.
Mom, I will kill for you.
I killed a bear. I bring it back to you. Why do you find this so hard to understand?
Yeah.
As he's talking to the therapist at school.
Yeah. Shit.
They call me Mrs. Chapel. Do you know what your son just told us? I'm like, yeah, he spent all summer with his grandparents in Northwest Pennsylvania. It's like what everybody does.
Yeah, they just likes killing a lot of stuff. Killed like 10 chipmunks this summer.
Yeah, Ma said that when she went back.
He killed more chipmunks than I did by the time I was like 15 years old. He killed more in one summer than I ever did in that between 12 and 15 when you're allowed to go hunting. Yeah, in like a 3-year span, he like crushed my record of, I got one.
Did you see that?
Oh. No, I missed it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
I was chipmunking.
I think her brother got snatched up.
No, not her brother. The picture.
No, it's not her brother.
The
it's
one that doubted her.
Then they cut to the brother circling the tree with meat, dripping blood everywhere. And then one Indian fella got ripped out of the tree.
What was it? Was it a lion?
Yeah.
So Amber has her bow, and she's on one side of the tree, and the mountain lion jumped onto the other side. Come on, girl. Stab that lion.
Do something.
So she fell out of the tree, hit her head, and she woke up, and she's in the teepee with her mom.
No, I need to rest.
She wants to get back up and
Drink this tea.
go check on her brother, but her mom's saying, you need to lay down, drink some tea. So her mom said that the one Indian hunter who they went to go find, he survived because she gave him that medicine and first aid, and she saved his life. So you can hear some of the tribe kind of not cheering but talking loudly, and the brother walks out of the darkness holding the dead lion's head.
He was like, fuck, it could have been me.
She should have done it. There was no reason.
Mm-hmm.
So there is an older man with a war
Chief.
bonnet.
Yeah,
Must be the chief. Oh man, I have to itch my nose.
or he's the medicine man.
I'm not sure of the hierarchy of tribes specifically, but the older man wearing the war bonnet handed over a large staff to the brother. Now they're all cheering. Oh, Rufio looks pissed. He's Rufio, right?
He looks just like Rufio.
Yeah.
So if she is any shade of pissed off, she's a dumb bitch because she pussied out, and that is what it is. That has nothing to do. Oh.
Like, instead of the spear, she had her bow and arrow, too. Why didn't she pull it out and try to plunk it and then go to the spear? Or when she had the lion coming up the tree, she could have just...
Let's hear.
Nanu is more concerned about the
Extra
predator.
the creature.
Because she basically saw Bigfoot. That would be like us going out in the woods and seeing Bigfoot, and then people you wouldn't expect somebody, to believe that you saw Bigfoot, right?
Right.
So she's more concerned about that.
Right.
And the brother gives her a fair shake, and it's not spiteful or anything.
No, he
Yeah.
tried to be fair. He
I'm
tried to
sorry
say we
that
did it,
yeah, that's
but then
facts.
she didn't want to accept it, and so he
Facts
said, "You
are
know what?
facts.
You're right.
Yeah.
I did do it." And he was clear. He said, you couldn't pull the trigger.
Right. Couldn't bring it home.
Yeah.
Facts are facts, sister. I would have been livid if I had been woken like that.
Been woken up like that similarly. Similarly.
Just similar.
Similarly.
No, just similar.
I've been woken up similar.
Yeah. Yep. You gotta try to put a Lee on it. I've been woken up like
isn't
that.
there
Similar.
It's just similar?
Yeah.
I've been woken up similar.
Yep.
Lee?
No.
No, there's no Lee.
Mm-mm. It's like saying more better. It's just no. You don't say it that way.
Well,
We're better.
I think similarly sounds gooder.
Now you're talking.
More better.
Yeah. It's funner. No, we say it's more fun. Oh, okay. To be honest, however you want to
She's
say
walking
it.
against the grain.
Yeah. Because she's a what call?
Girl.
She runs wild.
She knows there's something out there, and
Yeah,
she's gonna get it.
I guess I didn't even notice that because, like I said, I watched the movie last week. I didn't even notice that she was walking against the grain, which
All
I guess
the
could
women.
play into like the theme, right?
Because she's a gal.
Or,
She rolls wild.
I don't
Uh-oh. He got nicked on
So-
something. We got some predator green blood.
Yep. Green blood.
Ooh. Looks like
that
glow
stump.
stick blood.
It's bioluminescent algae.
Man,
You know what would get you millions of views, Garrett? Is dressing up for Halloween. Like, somehow dressing up like that guy. Like the shiny guy. Or just dressing up as a creepy clown that's shiny.
Tomatoa. I think
Do
is
like
his
a
name.
creepy version, but be your clown, and we'll just make you super glittery. You'll be a shiny clown. Do it,
Watch
and
me
be like,
dazzle like a diamond in the
yeah, and sing it creepy.
My stuff.
Let's do it for Halloween.
Yeah, I would. Oh,
They should do it.
maybe.
You could like change the words. Anyway, okay.
When you don't know.
Sorry.
Predator's gauging in on a coyote or a wolf, whatever it is.
See,
Hawking his poor
when I
little
watched it, I thought it was a coyote,
Oh,
but when the predator gets closer to it,
That's
I
Tilly.
think it's a wolf.
yeah. Yeah, it's Tills.
that bitch
what
will
do you
catch
think
up.
it
She'll do that. I mean, maybe not
Yeah.
kill it, but
Now you see how the CGI goes to that
nice.
kind of.
Get it, Wolfie. Damn it.
How's Woofy? I heard him barking.
No, it's Wolfie.
Shut up, guys.
It's from Terminator 2.
Your dog is dead. Your foster parents are dead.
Come on. Come on. Why doesn't he be like more man? Come on. Reveal yourself. Be fair. Alright? Wolf's just having a really hard time seeing. Yeah, you son of a bitch. You cheater. That's what you are. You're a cheater. Poor dog.
So this wolf was chasing a rabbit, and the predator got in the way of the wolf eating the rabbit and battled the wolf. The wolf jumped over it, and he just kind of swung, and it did one of those, kind of like from Kill Bill when what's her name cuts off the head of Lucy Liu, and then it like falls off or whatever and falls over.
So close.
Why wouldn't you use your bow and arrow? Why are you so hell-bent on using the axe? I know it's like going to come and
Daddy
play
gave
in
it
the...
to her.
Huh?
Daddy gave it to her.
Yeah, you're probably right.
See, that's why I kind of wanted to see maybe like a flashback of her and her
The
dad.
significance of
Yeah,
this? Like you will
to
be
be
a
like,
Hunter.
yeah, like it was really important to her dad, so it became super important to her. You know,
That's insanely dangerous.
yeah,
she's
she tied a rope to the tomahawk, and she's really good at it right off the bat. I wish they kind of showed her, fucking up a couple of times. And that would have made it a little bit more realistic. Like, okay, I have this great idea of tying a rope onto it.
Oh,
now I
now
have to
she's got like
master it.
5
Yeah.
rabbits. So she's amazeballs.
I think when it comes to like a book or a movie that I can recall where it shows the main character who's struggling with survival, and even though he has the means of getting it, it's the
Hatchet?
Yes. Or the Hatchet books with
Oh, yeah. Hatchet
you know, with
was
Brian
amazing.
trying to figure out
So-
how to actually
Ah, funny, because he's a dog.
what'd she say?
Next time you're cooking.
Uh-huh. So she
Brush
cooked
her
like
teeth.
3 rabbits, and I know that I can eat 2 rabbits. Personally, I can eat 2. So she ate 2, and then I'm assuming gave the dog a rabbit.
Man, some smoked rabbit would be awesome. Sugar bunny.
Oh yeah, if we triggered some bunnies. Sorry, Peter Cottontail. You're delicious. So the predator had taken the wolf skull, did his cleaning thing that he does to it, and threw it right onto his belt. Then he heard some dog barks, and now he turned invisible, and we go to Amber Mid-Thunder walking, looking at some birds that are circling above.
Oh, just here's a shot at all the white man. We just left all them buffalo, and we did do that.
Which just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I would have just... There's so much meat there. I mean... She came out onto the plain and saw a bunch of slaughtered buffalo that just had their hides ripped off.
She's praying for it. Ceremonial thing.
Yeah,
The spirit animal, the buffalo spirit. Oh yeah, they show the bullet casing.
They didn't have bullet casings in 17.
What is that then?
Sakar. You didn't see the ash?
Hold on.
It was a cigar?
Yeah.
I feel like that was probably. I don't believe that right there. Then Because if
you
this
wouldn't
was like
leave
revolutionary,
a
this is
cigar-
before no, not the cigar thing.
Oh,
For
let
them
me
to-
pause it. Let me pause it.
Yeah, let me.
Okay, we're
kinda-
pausing at 37:25.
The reason why I thought that was like a shell casing was because if you remember in Dances with Wolves, when they
Yeah.
walked upon those, but that was like after the Civil War. That was like 1865 to 1870 when that was going on.
Yeah.
You know, they started doing that because they had the repeater and they could, you know, boom, ratch, boom, boom, boom. 1719, you had flintlocks.
Yeah, but you had flintlocks that packed a 50 caliber round.
Yeah, but
and if
I
you
mean,
put a
did
lot
you
of
see
powder
all the
behind
buffalo
that,
laying there? You would have had just almost
Oh,
like a couple hundred men to drop
yeah,
that many down. Like a small army to kill all
Yeah,
that bloody buffalo.
you would
You know what
definitely-
I'm saying? I just don't see like 4
Yeah.
or 5 guys being able to kill that many buffalo unless there was like thousands of them and they
Yeah.
were just shooting into thousands of them, which I don't buy that.
it would definitely need to be a sizable hunting party.
That's what I'm saying.
And you'd have to almost have instant shots because I'm assuming that everything else I've ever seen about hunting buffalo, it's you start firing and they start running, and that just looks like there was 1,000 buffalo that stood completely still while a couple of guys with flintlocks just boom, 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 boom,
I
then
thought
reload.
that we weren't there yet. I thought that Americans weren't there yet.
Oh no! Well, technically the Americans aren't, but the French and the British were colonizing these areas. The French came up through Louisiana, and the British had pushed in from New England and the
I
Carolinas.
guess that's where the
and
trap
then the
came
Spanish, and the Spanish had Florida.
Like, yeah, probably like trappers back in the day. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, these just would have been trappers, frontiersmen.
But no, I didn't mean to go down that rabbit hole. But I was just like, come on. Like, I just don't see that being a...
It's okay. Can I get up really quick and get a snack? I won't
Sure.
get anything crunchy.
Yeah, you can get a snack.
I won't get anything crunchy.
We'll just pause.
Oh yeah, I suppose I can just pause. If my mouse would work. Damn you, mouse.
Can I have
Hey,
a drink like a Dr. Pepper?
I can hit pause. We're gonna pause for just a moment.
Because as soon as you start right back up, we'll just pick right back up where we were. Perfect. Tilly, lay down.
Okay, because we're back now.
We're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
All right.
So they got some potato
Snacks.
chips.
Movie snacks.
So if you hear crunching, just deal with it.
I'm gonna be try to be very very considerate with my crunches.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Precious.
She'll put it in her mouth until
you're
and
good.
no, just put it in your mouth until it becomes incredibly soggy.
Mashed taters.
And oh,
Then
I
we
don't
get
even
your
want to eat
little
potato chips that way.
No, what we'll do is
sorry.
this. You just put them in there, let them get soggy, take a little ketchup packet, tear it, squirt it in, and then just kind of mush it around with your tongue.
Too far.
And then swallow.
No.
It sounds good.
Oh, whoa. Do you guys remember where we left off?
37.25.
Yep, 37:25.
Yeah, I think I saw
Uh,
the critter starting to crawl across the creek.
The buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
He's tracking them.
Yep, the buffalo. All right, and starting again now.
There he comes.
Yep. Look at them footprints.
You better get some hustle in your bustle.
Oh, look at that. I didn't look into if they filmed on like any what locations
Let's
they
get-
filmed that, but it's hard for me to tell what was filmed like on a stage and what was filmed out in the
Real.
woods because a lot of this looks really legit.
Muskeg.
Okay, so the predator alien has come across the Slain Buffalo. Picked up the same cigar that Amber Midthunder picked up. That's a lot of cigar left over. And if you're out in the frontier,
You wouldn't have left.
you wouldn't have left
No.
the cigar. No, not that much cigar. I gotta call bullshit on that. It took me out. It ruined the movie. Movie shit.
You
No,
need to
it's
stop
it's not
struggling.
shit.
Stop moving.
Naru.
Perfect.
Naru?
Nanu.
Yeah.
Name.
Yeah, I know that's how we were kind of remembering it. Amber Midthunder is stuck in a bog, and she's using her tomahawk on a rope. And she's throwing it over to a fallen tree that's got a root system exposed, and she's trying to tangle it on that.
This would be awful.
Oh. Oh, she thought she had it and it broke.
So she was able to kill all these bunnies, but she's having a hard time getting this log to, you know what I mean?
Well, she's
Well,
only
if she
got.
spends all her time trying to get it stuck into something,
This is your last go.
I mean, she's not spending her time trying to get it tangled in something, right?
She's and she's only got so much movement too with being stuck in that.
Yeah.
There you go. You're solid now.
She's got some rope making skills because she banged that rope out in an afternoon. I don't know a whole lot about rope making, but I've braided a lot of paracord, and
You know what's
that's
funny
a freaking
now,
hard
though?
day's work.
So she just drew through all that mud. Now she's gonna see him because this is just what the Arnold thing. She's up against the log. She's covered up in the mud. Here he comes.
Yeah.
Now he won't be able to see her body heat. Oh, that would have been a perfect thing, though. They should have done that. They fucked up.
They shouldn't have.
I would have thought
Because
it'd
you
been
don't want
humorous.
to, you don't want to rely too much on those member berries, right? Like,
True.
oh, remember how it was in the first movie? So you want to try to separate yourself from that.
What's the
But you trust
hey,
me.
he killed a rat.
Okay, so Amber Midthunder and her dog are up on a kind of like a cliffside, and they're looking down on a creek bed, and there's a grizzly bear eating a fish,
Bullshit.
and the grizzly bear smells her, or something that gives it pause. She draws her bow.
Idiot.
And her bowstring broke. Oh, it was because it was wet. Her brother brought that up earlier, I believe.
The mud on her bowstring.
Yeah. Dog's the best part of the movie, bro.
That's pretty loose, but we'll go with it.
This is actually a movie about a really awesome dog, and it's human that follows him around, or her around. I don't know if it's a girl dog or a boy dog. I'm just calling it Rex. Ooh.
She hit it.
So the grizzly bear came back around. She
was
hit it
thinking
with
to
an arrow.
I was thinking to myself, I don't really think an arrow's gonna kill it.
She's going under the dam.
Man, we know stories of people who with high-powered rifles that hit them and they don't die. And when
Right.
I lived in Alaska, there were safety briefings because I was in the Air Force, and there were safety briefings all the time. Right now, Amber Midthunder is hiding in a beaver dam, and the bear is trying to eat her.
Stab it.
But there were safety briefings about moose attacks, bear attacks, anything you could think of, and we would have to sit through these lectures that were like an hour and a half, 2 hours long about wildlife.
Whoa.
So the bear smelled something, backed up, and now it's fighting the predator. The bear stood up and it had all that green blood out of its mouth, and then it just kind of like walked away. And now it's charging. The predator punched it in the face. I guess it knocked it out. So the predator beat the shit out of this grizzly bear and is holding it above his head like, look at me, motherfucker. I just killed this bitch. That's like every time we get a deer, right?
No, I kind of feel that way, but
Yeah. You kinda feel that way.
We eat chips.
We eat chips. You share chips and chili.
no. We eat chips. Too cute.
So the predator was displaying its kill, and the blood was dripping all over it.
Where's your
And
dog,
Amber
Toby?
Midthunder was like, "No, fuck this shit," and she backpedaled out of the beaver dam and went down the river. Okay, so
Chill away.
Amber Midthunder met back up with a search party that came to look for her, led by Rufio.
Saw a monster from a children's story?
It fought and killed a bear with its hands easily.
And she's telling Rufio about her encounter with the predator. Now they're just kind of like hitting each other and knocking each other around.
Nice. Sucker puncher. That's the ticket.
Nice.
Nice. That's the ticket.
Okay, we can hear the predator. Something out there, something out there. So they gonna have her down by a log.
Reach for your weapon.
Rufio's giving her a hard time.
Get some water.
This is kind of like the Predator almost. Transporting a prisoner. This girl. She can see it. She knows about it. They don't believe her. They don't understand her.
The jungle, he came alive.
Yep.
Took him.
Yep.
Some birds got spooked, so everybody else got spooked. And I kind of barricaded behind a large log. You can kind of see the leaves moving. And so it was a possum that was coming at them.
Well,
Now Rufio.
nice knowing you, Rufio. The only thing that sucks is
Rufio's holding up the possum. Very proud of the kill.
right there, dude.
So the typical 3-point dot laser is kind of moving around his body a little bit. Oop, it fired, and instead of shooting like the plasma caster thing, it shot arrows or bolts.
They were
What would
like
you classify
little,
them as?
I don't know, like some, like a little arrow thing.
Arrow, bolt, dart.
Yeah, like little darts. That's a good way of looking at it, little darts.
It might be a little bit big for a dart. Okay, now the predator is taking him out. One of the Indians shot him.
Keep shooting.
Keep firing. Fire! Okay. Now the predator became
Do you believe her now?
invisible. Is that a word? Uninvisible?
He became visible.
Became visible. Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Welcome.
So we got to see him for the first time, and he looks different from the other movies. Where the other ones, he's got the metal dome over his claw jaw. He's got like a bone helmet, kind of like what's the Pokemon that's got the bone helmet, Doc Boy?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Little rock guy.
Do you know it, Tolly? Cubone?
I don't know. It's something. It's like T-bone or
Cubone or I guess it's not important.
Oh, I'm just watching this. I'm pretty focused right now.
Yeah, no.
I really hope she does something and not just run away.
All she's done is freaking stare.
Well, the Indian Braves went out like champs.
They did. I give them. They never. And she could have just easily helped. Yep, dude. There you go. Just run the fuck away. I gotta reevaluate my situation. Into the open area I go. He ran the whole
brother,
time.
right?
No, that's not the brother. Is that the same one that had the black paint? No, because he got mauled by the lion,
First
right?
time.
I can't remember, but anyway, Amber was running away, and she ran into a field, and one of the Braves was there and stopped her. So he knocked an arrow, and he thinks he's about ready to fire, and he says we have him. But she sees the 3-point laser on his head, and she pulls him out of the way and says, "No, he has us." Now they're running through the field. So the Brave that was running with her, Predator caught up with him, and so he axed him, and he was like right behind her.
Damn colonials.
Yeah. Those damn fur trappers. She's caught in a some kind of a trap. So the Predator picks it up and is kind of like, "Oh, look, it's metal. You're in a trap." Then I guess he just kind of fucks off. A bunch of modern-day Frenchmen arrive, speaking French, so we have no idea what they're saying. One of them raised his rifle.
They're
and
probably thinking they're just going to
butted her right in the
kidnap her
face.
and rape her.
Yeah, typical French stuff. Like I said, so aren't Americans. Amber comes to, and she's in a wooden cage in a camp. Some kind of hunter-trapper camp. Looks like there's probably like 50 lanterns out there in the night sky. She lowers her buckskins to take a look at her leg where the trap hit her. She's wounded. People speaking French. Probably something about toast or fries.
You killed the buffalo.
And then she sees the buffalo murderer. That man single-handedly killed all those buffalo.
So they took they killed the buffalo for their skins?
Yeah. For clothes and such. I think it's just a waste of the meat, though.
For sure.
If anybody knows how long killing buffalo in mass lasted, let us know in the comments. One of the Frenchmen speaks her language and is telling her that they want to hunt this creature that is hunting them.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu, invaders.
Is that his brother?
It's the brother.
Is that her brother?
The Frenchmen have her brother and just cut his chest in front of her. Typical French. The French tied Amber and her brother up around a tree in, I don't know, like Chernobyl or something. I don't know why.
Yeah,
it looks
it's like
there was
why'd
like
they
a
burn
forest
that
fire
area
there.
all down? Maybe so they could have a clean shot at it.
Maybe. So there's just like this area of the woods that has been like burned
all
to
the
a crisp.
horses.
And yep, all the horses just took off. And everybody who was behind the snipers is dead. So down in this World War One-esque area.
Bad mamma jamma.
Is, I guess how I describe it.
No man's land.
The horses just ran through, and the guys that were up on the hill are screaming and trying to run away. Predator shooting his dart bolt arrows. I guess it's really windy down there, and it's kicking up a bunch of ash, and that messed with the Predator's camouflage, so he just shut it off and is smelling the ash.
A lot of ash.
Yeah, he's just inhaling ash. So the brother said they're bait, and she said, no, it doesn't hunt that way. And then she mentioned when she was caught in the trap, and it just kind of buggered off. So the brother's saying that when she was in the tree, she had stabbed the lion and weakened it, and so it made it easier for the brother to get. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Is that the lime?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not good. They shouldn't have done that. If they wouldn't have done that, I think it would have improved the movie. And so all the Frenchmen... I just rubbed my nose again. I can't help it. So all the Frenchmen sprung a trap and trying to catch the Predator, but the Predator is using a lot of different gadgets.
Oh, wow. I made hamburger out of that, man. This is how we do it on the streets of Paris. Aye.
So the Frenchmen are having a hard time getting through the Predator's defenses. The Predator has an interesting shield that just decapitates people.
Why doesn't he just shoot?
I'm not sure. So it's not a bone helmet, because if it were bone, that probably would have cracked, right? So it's got to be, it ricocheted like it was metal. So it's like a bone metal bone. And the large Frenchman just yelled something, I don't know, large in French, and then fired his ridiculously big, old-timey French rifle. And the Predator's doing his, like, nuclear bomb thing that he does on his arm. Amber Thunders told a story about a beaver chewing his arm off to get out of a trap, and she used a trap and to free the bonds between her and her brother to get away from this, or to free themselves from being tied around the tree. And she said she's smarter than the beaver. So the brother's going off to get horses, and who'd she say she was gonna go get?
Honey?
Honey? Sonny? Is that the dog?
Yeah. Maybe they have them.
Oh, I was calling it Rex the whole time.
I left a bomb.
Yeah. Predator left some kind of arm bomb. It opened, a couple of drones pop up, only from batteries not included. It starts spinning, which is always that's a great sound. Oh, and then they kind of spread out and exploded in all directions, killing everything in that little kill box that the French set up. It did look like no man's land, like from like a World War One. Oh, we should kill some windmills sometime. Do some gaming again.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, do a windmill challenge where we just kill windmills. And that's Battlefield 1, right? So the French seemed like they were getting ready to like bug out of camp, and instead of just like releasing the dog, they were like, well, I guess we gotta kill it now. So one of the Frenchmen went over to kill it, and Amber Midthunder showed up, and she is fighting the two Frenchmen. Doing a pretty good job at it too. Okay, and
He is wounded.
yep, the Predator's wounded. He got wounded in that fight.
I wish I had that.
We do. It's Gorilla Glue. It's in the junk drawer.
Here.
It's what I used on my thumb.
It healed back pretty
Look.
good, huh?
My thumb still works. So the French translator came back. He came back to camp, stumbled upon Amber Midthunder, and he pulled his sidearm.
He ain't got a leg.
Yeah. No leg. Looks like the Predator hit him with one of those, I don't know, like a chainsaw blade, I guess. Is that what it looks like? Looks like a chainsaw blade, right?
What is that?
Some kind of device that he has,
Yeah.
the Predator.
Anyway, took his leg off mid shin in exchange for medical help. The Frenchman is giving her the handgun and teaching her how to load it and fire it. She put a bunch of that orange.
To kill him?
No, I don't think to kill him. Just to. She said it cools the blood and I guess helps fight off infection. Orange. Do you remember what it was called? Nick, do you remember what it was called?
Orange Tilly
Get
or
back.
something.
Orange Tilly.
What's funny is, so it cools the blood, correct?
Yes.
So it's going to make him invisible. He ain't got no body temperature.
I guess that is true. I don't know why the Predator would be looking at him like that. Yeah, his blood looks cool, right? Mm-hmm. But the blood outside of him was warm, so the Predator traced him back to that.
Yeah,
Or
I guess. I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah, I don't know why.
He was basically not even showing up.
No!
No, Rex.
Nice.
Hey, he got the bone helmet off. Now his head's going to be weak.
See how that works? Wherever the laser is where the bolt goes. But that didn't make any sense, right?
I don't know.
There's one bolt on his two bolts on his helmet, one bolt in his hand, so that makes 3.
Well, the helmet shoots out the laser. And then the bolts go to where the laser is, which seems like it would be a cool idea, but you would think that he would go, well, I'm not wearing the helmet right now, so why would I waste my time using this weapon? Because it's going to go where it's pointing, not where it needs to go.
Nice shot, brother.
Ooh, yeah.
Right, it's how the Native American fight.
Brother showed up and got the predator with a spear, and then hit it with his bow a couple of times.
She's gonna load the shit out of that thing. It's gonna go one hell of a mega round.
I just watched the men.
He's a
Some
good
of them
fighter.
loading.
No, bitch ass.
Brother showed up, got some really good shots on it, and then the predator was like, "Oh fuck, I need to go invisible." So he went invisible.
Oh.
Brother went out like a boss. Brother said, "You need to run. It thinks I'm a threat, not you." Which leads me back to the dude whose leg was cut off, whose body wasn't even like showing up as he was alive.
No,
And the
Tilly.
predator got it. Yeah, Tilly,
Easy. Roll.
especially near the cords.
Shoot him.
Shoot it. What a stupid girl.
Look, he's
Oh,
still.
Brother reached up and grabbed the wolf skull and stabbed the predator in the leg with it.
And sister has still done nothing
No,
but run
no,
away.
she did. She did what she does. She runs.
And the predator finished the brother. He went out like a fucking boss.
He
man.
did. Even when he had two giant blades in him, he still got up to continue to save his sister. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Mom. I got my brother killed again.
Killed again?
Well, I'm assuming that's what happened probably to the father, too. Father probably got killed because of her not being able to pull the trigger. She said, "Dad, I really want to hunt." And so he sets her up, and then he's like, "Come on, do it now."
Do it.
Western Telegram.
Yeah, Western Union Telegram.
Yeah, Western Union.
Yeah, to the mother. I guess the mother is getting word that the hunting party
Don't worry,
hasn't
though.
returned yet.
Your daughter's still out there.
She's working some buffalo hide. Those are paints, right? Those ponies right there.
Pretty.
Pretty horses.
What's she doing with her hands?
Beautiful river as well. So Amber Mid-Thunder kind of fell asleep at the side of
Nicole,
Yes.
question.
Crick.
How do you
Creek?
feel in this?
No,
I
it's a
feel
creek.
like it's a creek.
Sorry, from Pennsylvania.
I feel that, like, if she was such like a Billy Badass, like fighting off all those Frenchmen, but when the Predator's around, she just freezes up and doesn't try to like fight them. Like,
Amber Mid-Thunder was kind of playing around with that chainsaw thing. The chainsaw thing that cut off the French translator's leg. The big bad French trapper. The big beard and all the furs, like the big bad guy. She cornered him, or not cornered him,
she
but
cut his leg off.
yeah, she cut his leg off, caught him off guard, knocked him out, and cut his leg off, and he just woke up, and he's next to a tree in front of like a campfire, and he's working his way towards a rifle. So she's talking to the Frenchman, and she's putting on her makeup, taking some of the orange tulia or something like that.
I thought her name was Numi.
Yeah, her name's Nanu or something. So she basically told the Frenchman that, you see, I'm not killing you. Predator is going to kill you. So the predator showed up, sees the Frenchman with his rifle, didn't realize that there wasn't a flint in it, and predator just walks right past her because she took that orange tunsia. That magic flower that cools your blood. So he killed the Frenchman, and she shot him, or shot the predator in the back of the head and took his bone helmet. The ye olde bone helmet. Now she is sharpening some spikes and fashioning them to something, and setting the helmet inside the spikes. And the predator is walking along some kind of muddy trail, following.
It's a blood trail.
Oh, is it a blood trail?
I think she's baiting him. Yeah, she used the guy's foot.
She's hiding up in the tree. She's just hiding up there. She jumped down with her tomahawk. She got in like 4 or 5 blows to the chest and I guess neck.
She's out for the count. She's hurting. She rolled on some moss.
Predator pulled out his beating stick.
Tyrone's out.
Oh, is it Tyrone?
I think it's called Summer.
I thought it was Deus Rex Machina. Predator charged her, ended up putting his knife blades through a tree. She grabbed his like magic stick thing, knocked it over. He activated like his shield and ended up cutting his own arm off with it. And then Predator, I guess, deactivated the spear thing. It's hard to describe this fight scene. She's pinned underneath something and...
How'd she?
I don't know.
It was too dark. What happened?
I think she grabbed like some little thing that was stuck in him, ripped it out and stuck it in him again. She better scream back at him. Blitzen? There's so many names for this fucking dog.
Blitzen? Like Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen?
Come with Cupid, Donna, Blitzen. Dylan!
Dylan!
Oh,
Blitzen!
She pulls him into the mud. Down you go, you sucker. Sink, bitch. I feel like he's gonna come out like a Friday the 13th thing. Like Rocket.
Yeah, but he only does that when like teenagers are having sex on that bog.
That's gross. Oh, here he comes right there. Look at him. He's like, you thought that was it?
He just rises from the mire. Is that the right word?
Quagmire. Yeah. Bog and quagmire. Do it, I'm right here. Come on, do it.
Do it. Do it now.
Because she has the helmet set up right there. I already knew the helmet was coming into play here.
Very fortunate it all played out this way. Why would he use this weapon if he knows he's not wearing the helmet? That's what I don't get. He resorted to that weird crossbow
Maybe he thought that he would
crossbow
be close
thing.
enough to it would work. Who knows?
She gave out a war cry.
Wasn't very good. I expected better than that one.
No, that was pretty good. She's pretty Americanized. So,
Yeah.
I mean, something like
I feel
that.
like I even could have done a better one.
She'll be the new war chief. So all the villagers are...
I mean, she finally
Sure,
got what
come
she
up.
wanted. She just had to get her brother out of the way first.
Oh my God.
I feel like she let him get killed there.
So Amber Mid-Thunder just came back from killing the predator. And she's in the village with the head. and everybody is kind of walking over to her, and she's got
Doing the warrior walk.
As you can see on the screen, she's got the green paint. Or not green paint, but the Predator's blood.
Glow stick.
Yeah, the glow stick blood. Now they're having some kind of ceremony. And the same older chiefy type gentleman gave Amber the war chief stick. So she's the new war chief. So that was Prey. Well, what did you guys think?
It was alright. I mean, I didn't dislike it.
See? Yeah, it
Wasn't a bad
terrible.
movie.
I agree.
No.
I don't hate it, but
Wasn't really your cup of tea, though.
Agreed.
I mean, you're not a big fan of that kind of movie anyway, right?
right. I think I would even enjoy the 90s nostalgia or 80s nostalgia one better.
Yeah.
But this was a good take on it.
Oh, it wasn't bad. It was interesting to see the Predator fight some of North America's giants. I wouldn't mind seeing the Predator fight like a rhino or an elephant or something like that in Africa and have like an African version. I think that would be interesting. Like Shaka Zulu versus the Predator.
Even though this was like,
Oh, that would be cool.
Zulu.
even though this was like a girl power movie or whatever, this was like a natural. It was like a organically felt organic mostly. Some of it didn't feel it, but I just still don't like the way that her bravery was portrayed. Like it was kind of portrayed as like flee and then get everybody hurt or in danger and then be upset and continue that path until eventually you're pretty much the last one and you have to kill it, you know?
Yeah, almost like she just survived long enough to come out on top.
A little bit. I wish if there was going to be a girl power movie, I wish she'd just had like, you know, I don't know.
Well, see,
But it was good.
what do you think, Black Boy?
I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with what Cole said. I think it was, I don't know, done okay. I don't agree with some of the certain things that can, like, how was she okay after she was pretty near invisible after she ate that shit, and then the other guy, Predator, was like leery about him because of the blood trail, like.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think it
follow
was
the blood trail.
more so his reaction when the predator stepped on him.
Oh,
Okay.
You know, when the predator was stepping on him to move forward,
What'd he do?
he like went oh like that because he stepped right on his stomach or something.
and with that, I thought it was weird that the Predator looked at her like she wasn't a threat when she was caught in like the bear trap, but that dude who was missing a leg, who the Predator thought was, you know, basically dead according to his
True.
heat-seeking scan thing. He still killed that guy, but he didn't kill her when she was just caught in the bear trap.
So is the predator a
So,
robot or a alien?
Oh, he's an alien. Yep. Real big, muscular alien, kind of with a
Yeah, I guess I've seen it, but
almost like a lamprey type of.
He doesn't look like the original alien did without
No.
the face.
No, it doesn't look like the original alien did in Predator.
Or not the original alien, but yeah, the Predator.
Yeah, Predator. Well, I know what you mean. It's hard when you're talking about aliens and Predator because the Predator is an alien, but it's so close with the Alien franchise because they have crossed over that if you say alien when you're talking about the Predator, and then, oh my, and with the Predator, I would always call the movie Predator Oh, I'm a big fan of The Predator. But a few years ago, they made a movie called The Predator, and the original movie is called Predator. So I have to be careful when I'm talking about which movie I like, because if I say to somebody who's like really close with the franchise, I like, or familiar with the franchise, I like The Predator. And it's like, oh, really? You do? Oh, it was a terrible movie. So,
Yeah, I tried to remake
That's crazy.
it. And they used that goofy guy, that big nose. what's his name?
yeah, I can't remember his name.
He's in the movie
It was
like
a
The
silly
Pianist.
movie. They tried to make like autism superpower or something like that. Nah, it was really weird. This is a really weird movie.
Yeah. It's bad.
It was pretty bad. So on a let's say on a scale of 1 to 10 for how well the movie was, aesthetically, objectively, how much the story made sense, and then scale of 1 to 10, how much you enjoyed it, and rewatchability. You know, kind of like what we usually do.
Who's first?
You want to go first, Trev?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Doc Boy's going first with his
For-
scale of 1 to 10.
First, just as in a whole.
Yeah.
Now, well, it's 1 to 10 how well like constructed the movie was, how
Okay,
well you.
so scale 1 to 10 about storyline. Storyline, I'd give it like a 4 because it doesn't touch base with a lot of stuff. Kind of leaves a lot of things empty. Like, you know, it's like, well, why was that person out? You know, I don't know. It's just like certain things. You know, there's a lot of areas that need filled, I feel. So, I didn't think the graphics were very good, but they weren't terrible. I've seen worse in newer movies. So watchability, though, I'd give it like a 7. I think it was good. It was okay. I mean, some of the fighting scenes were cool. So overall, I'd probably give it like a watchability rate like 7.5.
7.5. So if it was you were watching like the Steelers play at 11 and the game got over at what, like 4, or how long do football games last?
They're
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, about 3 hours, 3.5.
Oh.
So
Yeah, it's like noon to 1 to 4.
okay,
That was
so that got over, and then you had a game to watch at 7 o'clock, and The Predator was on in between games, or excuse me, Prey was on in between games. You'd watch it.
I didn't have to change the channel, like it was just coming
Yeah,
on.
yeah. It was just okay. I was watching one football game, and then we're gonna watch Prey.
Like
and
I had
then-
to
Like a
search it.
connector movie.
Yeah, so it'd just be like a filler. So it's like, you know, we're going to a game,
Yeah.
and then like so, Predator's coming or Prey comes on right after the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
watching the
I
game,
didn't
and
have
then
to-
Prey comes
yeah.
on, and then there's another game on after that.
Oh yeah, I could sit there and watch it, and I wouldn't have to change the channel and watch what I was going to watch right afterwards. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, one thing that I did want to mention was you haven't seen the second movie, have you, Nick? Okay. In Predator 2, at the end, the aliens, the Predators,
They shoot off a bunch.
they give Danny Glover a flintlock musket handgun, and it's that handgun that she was using.
Oh.
Yeah, which makes you kind of wonder
Tilly.
No.
how did
They get it?
how did the Predators get it if she had it and that Predator died? So it leaves you wondering. I mean, you're gonna have to answer some questions, Hulu.
Alberta
You're
government.
gonna have
It
to
was
answer
filmed in
some
Canada.
questions. Yeah. That's what I was saying. I was pretty sure that
We've been to
Amber
Alberta.
Midthunder is a Canadian Indian,
Alberta.
because that movie, The Ice Road, that was a Canadian movie as well, I believe, or at least it took place in Canada, and I kind of thought it was Canadian.
So for mine, So I'll do yours last, Garrett. Overall, I'm going to give the movie, for me personally, I will give it, I'll just say this outright. This isn't my genre per se. So I'm going to give it a 6 because I thought, actually aesthetically speaking, I thought it was pretty pleasing and I liked the graphics and I thought the set, well, I wish it had been a little bit lighter. Like, I get that there was like a dim and dark scene and sets are supposed to be dark sometimes and stuff, but I get irritated trying to like squint at shit. So I wish it would have been a little lighter, but I really liked the scenery in Canada, wherever they did it. I really liked that, and I liked the Indians, the way they looked and stuff. I thought that was cool. So, the story sucked to me. The action was fun. The scenes individually were fun to watch. Like, this would have been a perfect movie for me to just be on my phone, being like, oh, sweet.
Look up every now and then.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah.
And that's what I do.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's just like that. And that's like, I'm okay with that. And it's good with for me. And I'm sorry that it irritates probably Trav. But like, that would have been a good movie for me to watch. Because I'd have got the highlights of the scenes that were like worth me watching.
No, see,
Kinda
that's
like
why
on
I like
murder
watching
shows.
movies with you, because Doc Boy and I, we'll sit down and we'll watch a movie, and I'll watch it, I don't know, maybe in like a different, more analytical way, and then he watches it as, is this going to entertain me? And then you have that, I am watching this because I need to be watching it right now, and I'm not going to try to look at my phone, but I really want to.
And I've got some
that's-
shit I could do
so
right now on my
you have
laptop.
you have that third perspective.
I mean, like, if I really get into something, I get into it. But it's really got to be.
Oh yeah,
It's got to be up my alley. Remember when we used to watch shows? Who was that girl?
I know.
When we used to
I
binge
remember
shows?
that.
iZombie.
Yeah,
All of them.
iZombie
long naps.
and Game of Thrones and Walking Dead and what was one of the other ones?
Oh my gosh. So many shows. Flash.
Oh yeah,
I watched
that
Flash
was
with
it.
you.
You did watch Flash with us for the first couple of seasons, and then
Yeah.
I think it was after like
We watched
season
some
like
Arrows.
3 or 4.
Arrow.
Yeah, Arrow was
We watched
pretty entertaining for the
Golden
first few
Fist,
seasons as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Daredevil.
Yeah.
Daredevil, you know.
I like
Daredevil
that
still
one.
holds up though.
Yeah,
I
that's a good
rewatched some
one.
Daredevil and I was like, it holds
Still
up.
a good show.
It was good.
But
Oh, and then
to go on, what
Game
what
of
else?
Thrones.
Yeah. What else were we rating on?
Oh, rewatchability
Oh, that's
and
a-
how
that's,
much you just kind of enjoyed it.
if somebody had it on in the background, I'm not gonna like tell them to change it. I'm not like pissed off that they had it on the television, but I am absolutely not gonna choose it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if it's out of 3 shows and one is like football and the other is kids shows, maybe I'd choose
Damn.
it, but
Yeah.
I'd probably watch football.
that's not great rewatchability for me.
Oh, okay.
Unless you have it in the background in here, Garrett.
Yeah, which is a possibility.
But I could
Still yet
definitely
to give my
appreciate
review, so.
I can appreciate the love, sweat, and tears that went into that movie because I know a lot of all 3 of them things did. So it's just not my thing, but it was good.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
As for myself, I would probably rate it because of some of the story stuff and some of the memberberry things, and takes away some points. But like what Nick said, the aesthetics of it, I thought that the Indians looked realistic. I don't know if they wear war paint all the time. I wore mine tonight in solidarity with them. But
They were in distress.
but the whole like the village looked realistic.
Yeah.
You could tell that they had to have filmed on location for a lot of that because it didn't all look CG. And I don't have a problem with things looking CGI. And like I said at the beginning, it kind of reminded me of like a made-for-TV type of movie. And with that, I'm not expecting like, like in The Edge with the bear, right? I'm not expecting the the actual bear to be on set and doing all of that. No, I thought maybe like the rattlesnake thing, they would be able to afford that, but for that, I probably would rate it around like a maybe like a 4. I think for now a lot of that 4 that's all the filming and the location and like I said, like the aesthetics, like the costumes, like the Indians did you notice like the Indians looked like I don't want to say like really clean, but their outfits didn't look dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Frenchmen, they looked,
Filthy.
They looked like they had been out in like the wilderness.
Right.
It's all a 4 for the costumes, for the acting, all of that. It's solid. But for rewatchability and how much I enjoyed it, give it a 6. And we've done quite a few movies together, and I don't think I've rated anything above like a 5 ever. So I'd give it a 6.
Yeah. Can I throw something in on your review?
Yeah.
You right there? So it just occurred to me when you were saying about how the Indians were kind of cleanly looking and then the Europeans or the Frenchmen were looking very dirty, rightfully so in this scenario, this specific scenario.
Yeah, they're out on the plains hunting and trapping.
They could have done that on purpose for, in a sense, cultural appropriation for back then. They didn't want to show the Indians in a bad light. They wanted to show them in a good light because of them being
like
taken advantage of because of the time era of what was happening to them. You know what I mean? Maybe that was on purpose.
I wouldn't put it past them.
It made the Europeans look dirty and
grungy to make them look extra terrible, and
Make
which
them
they are.
But to be fair, they were French.
French. I keep saying, we keep saying the wrong.
Yeah. Well, you were saying Europeans, and that's accurate. So.
Oh. Mm-hmm. No, it just occurred to me when you said that. I was like, oh, yeah, he's right. Yeah, they were quite clean. All their leathers and stuff were very consistent.
Yeah,
Their
they look
makeup's
great.
just
It reminded me of when we would like go to like the Indian festival and stuff, and you would see Indians, like what they would wear,
Right.
When they're on show. So.
Can I just say, too, is this actress here, that girl, Thornberry?
Amber Midthunder.
That's quite the name.
Yeah.
She looks I've said it a few times. She looks a lot like the girl from Parks and Rec.
Aubrey Plaza.
And I love Audrey, but her character always irritated me on Parks and Rec because she pretty much just stares at people. It's kind of just like her acting.
She's got like a deadpan humor.
Yeah, and like it's dead eyes. Like she's got like the dead fish eyes, but they're dark.
Yeah.
I love her, but it also like irritates the hell out of me. Like I'm like,
So you were projecting Aubrey Plaza
But that's
onto-
all she did too.
Yeah.
That's all she did too. She did the dead eye stare. She was like
yeah, she just watched everything go down.
the whole time. Like, is this just a way of acting now? But it's just probably me doing that with. But it's not that I don't like her. It's just
I definitely see that.
yeah. But I'm like, why are you doing it?
Oh, so well, I guess if you guys want to wrap up, we can wrap up.
Yeah, but if you have the Hulu app, definitely worth a watch.
Yeah.
Especially if
Yeah.
you love it like you love it in the 80s. If I would have watched this when I was a kid or I'm sorry, not this, but watched the first one when I was a kid, I probably would have thought this was super sick.
Yeah.
Did somebody reach out to Jacob and tell him this exists?
Yeah.
Good.
Jacob, go ahead and watch Prey. It's pretty good. Oh, Doc, how would you rank this out of the Predator movies that you've seen?
Probably 3.
That's what I'd say too. I like the first one, and I love the first one. I like the second one, and out of the sequels that I've seen,
Yeah.
I enjoyed this one more than any of the other ones.
That makes me happy for you Predator fans. It does.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was better. It was more interesting than some of the other takes on it. You know, so.
See, that's like I feel like this is how I'm gonna feel with Jurassic World. Like I'm just not giving up, baby. I'm just not giving in.
Well,
I know I saw that.
They'll
scene.
make a good Jurassic World movie one day.
No, and these ones, no, I'm not giving up on. I'm not giving up on Jurassic World, and I'm not giving up on Chris Pratt. It's just not gonna happen today.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
no, you
Chris
can't
Pratt.
give up on
I gotta
Chris
watch
Pratt.
them, and I
I
gotta.
remember when we went to go see the Batman movie, you know, in theaters, and they had the Jurassic World movie coming up, and they were showing like all the old actors were going to be in this one. I was like, I remember told Cole, I'm like, oh, I'm really excited to see that. I bet that's going to be really good. And you're like, Garrett's always like, no, it won't be. And then
That
like
actually did happen.
and then
You
it's
both
like,
were on each side of me, and I was like, oh gosh.
So this is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense. It was, but
Because I watched that, like two weeks ago?
something
Yeah, I
like
watched
that.
it like 2 weeks ago, and
Disappointing. Well, Cole, yeah, it's like you
Not
with that
good.
is people like that, like Star Wars, that he's got to deal
oh
with. You know?
yeah, I have to.
The
Not giving up.
constant crap they keep making and the
Not
virtue
giving up.
signaling they put in
It's
them
been a
now.
minute.
But you're really
Knock on
done
wood.
because you got Disney
Yeah.
owning Star Wars now.
Yeah, with Disney having Star Wars, it's just kind of like, But I mean, George Lucas almost killed it too. I mean, there's like 3 really good movies, and then 3 okay-ish movies, and then 3 really bad movies, and then 2 movies that kind of float off to the side. And one of them lost money and is garbage and is called Solo. And the other one is Rogue One that has a really awesome, probably the best awesome Darth Vader scene ever. I saw Rogue One 3 times in theaters just to rewatch that hallway scene with Darth Vader at the
He
end.
just comes in and fucks
Yeah,
everybody up.
Yeah, he just destroys
they
everyone.
have it on YouTube?
I fanboyed over that
Is
movie.
it on YouTube?
He probably is, and I probably could have saved a lot of money, but there was just something about seeing
You
it
should
in
try
the
to.
movie
You should look it up
theaters.
real quick, see if it's there.
Any say it can say
It
did it.
probably
Real
is.
quick,
No,
let's
I
do
don't
it.
want it. We don't.
Travis,
we
you
don't
put
need
him on
to.
the spot.
Well,
Damn.
yeah, I mean, he's right there.
Just-
It's just right there. I mean, you have the capabilities.
Darth Vader hallway scene from Rogue One. Okay. Come on, Alexa. No.
Oh shit. You gotta say
Maybe
YouTube.
I need to be on YouTube. Oh. Star
Revenge of the
Wars.
Fifth.
Revenge of the Sith. So apparently I need to be on YouTube to do that.
Revenge of the Fifth.
Revenge of the Sith. Oh, and I've been on a How Ridiculous kick. I'm going rogue for a second. I've been on a How Ridiculous kick recently, and I've been watching a bunch of their stuff. It is such a great YouTube channel. Don't watch us. Go watch How Ridiculous. It's great. Hallway scene, Darth Vader.
Getting that from YouTube.
Yep. Thank you. No. Rogue One hallway scene. We'll try that. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yep. There it was. The Death Star just shot Scarif. Right. And so Vader's on his way to I think the name of that ship is the Radis.
Are these the good guys?
Yeah, these are the good guys. They're trying to get the information that was on that disc onto the escape shuttle. This is where Vader just
Oh, I've
comes
watched
in.
this scene.
Oh, it's a great scene. It's just a dark
I might have watched
hallway.
this movie.
It's terrifying. You just hear him breathing, and then he ignites that lightsaber. Oh. and he acts the way that you wanted Vader, or at least like pretended Vader would act, from the originals. Because we watched the originals and then the prequels came out, so you saw how they fought in the prequels, and you wanted to see Vader fight that way too. And so, definite member berries. Oh, look at that. Just straight through him, straight through the door. Just that whole close quarters is terrifying.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yep.
I got a cool Darth Vader doll for Christmas one year.
Oh, Weston plays with it when he goes up north. It's so old, Nick, that the uniform is like sloughing off. Like the shiny parts of the uniform, like they had like this.
It was like pleather.
Yeah, it was like pleather or something. It was like this veneer on this nylon Ken doll uniform, and it just is sloughing off. So whenever he plays with it, it'll just leave black stuff all over.
Alright, yeah, that was cool.
That is a good scene.
Yeah, I know, right? And that is the best Star Wars that I've watched in theaters in my lifetime, is that 2 minutes and
What about Darth Maul
30
one?
seconds. Oh, well, I really
saw that
do
in
like
theaters.
the oh yeah, we saw that in theaters, but
I thought Darth Maul was the devil.
I was so disappointed
You thought
in the
Darth
prequels.
Maul was
Yeah.
I like that comparison though.
I remember the hype behind the prequels, and it was on like soda cans, and they had like the soda can contest thing, and like the merchandise was everywhere. I remember I would leave because I was in junior high. Well, technically I was in middle school, but I was in junior high, and I would walk home, and I'd pass the drugstore, and I'd stop in, and I would buy Pez dispensers once a week because I would save like some of my lunch money, and once a week I'd buy a Pez dispenser, and it was like a prequels character. So I have like all the prequels character Pez dispensers.
Nice.
Yeah. Unless Dad threw them away, because Dad threw away a lot of our memorabilia because he doesn't appreciate memorabilia the way that we do.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom didn't know about that.
Yeah, Mom wasn't too
Old
happy
stuff.
about that.
Just don't care. See, he just stuff like that.
Good movie.
But as for Prey, I enjoyed it. I give it a 6 for rewatchability, and Doc Boy gave it a
I said 7.5. I watched it.
7.5, and Nick
For me, a 4
4.
for rewatchability.
Yeah, so not bad. And the movie overall, we all scored it kind of low. I gave it a 4. I mean, for like the aesthetic. Oh, you gave it a 6?
Yeah, for overall, because I can definitely see how somebody else can appreciate it more than I.
Yeah. And what did you give it?
For overall,
Yeah.
7.5.
Oh, for rewatchability, you gave it a 7.5. Or did you give it a 7.5?
Overall, no storyline. I gave it a 4.
Oh, 4. Okay. Well, anyway, we are a reoccurring disappointment, and I am the provocateur extraordinaire. And Nick, you want to shout your socials?
My Instagram, you can find me at Nick Goes Gulfside 92.
Doc Boy, you want to?
I'm Doc Boy.
Doc Boy is Doc Boy, and I can be found on Twitter at host provocateur. So goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.